Okay, I like cute things because I feel like we can just, I don't know, I like drawing where I can just kind of tap into something else instead of worrying about the technicality, and cuteness is definitely one of those genres in drawing where I feel like I can let loose and tap into my mind's eye a little bit more. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we can start. So there's different types of cuteness, and I have a few examples here. As you can see, cuteness doesn't necessarily mean completely simplified because
Mhm.
there are really highly rendered illustrations and graphics that are very detailed and very realistic and are still cute. Um, and there's also different styles of cute. There's kind of like this Japanese kawaii style that has taken precedence within the last like 5 to 10 years. There's this kind of children's story, fairy tale essence of cuteness that is very traditional. There's kind of a merging of styles. It's a little quirky, a little whimsical. Um, and then there's like kind of a traditional cartoon cuteness when you think of Bugs Bunny and traditional cartoon characters with big eyes and usually anthropomorphized animals and things of that nature.
Mhm.
Um, and other pastel-oriented digital styles that use vectors. So there's tons of different ways that we can achieve cuteness.
Oh my
And
God. I love how this has become aspirational.
yes.
I also have another question.
Hmm.
This this cat, hello, Erica. This
Hi.
cat in the lower middle, do you think that's generative AI?
It could absolutely be. Honestly, I was better at detecting AI before than I am now, probably about 2 or 3 years ago when
Mhm,
it wasn't as advanced as it is now. This definitely could be generative AI, or it really could be someone's rendering.
mhm.
It's a little difficult for me to tell with this image, but I think it could be, and it probably is. Which was really interesting looking up cute things. A lot of AI has taken over cute images. I feel like it's kind of being done less by actual artists and humans and starting to be utilized by AI, especially because people want cute avatars or cute things to represent them. And the easiest way is not to commission an artist, but just to go to an AI and have it generated. So it's an interesting thing pulling images in general,
Yeah,
and asking myself, is this AI generated? Is this not?
yeah. I have a tie of favorites between the upper left and right. Those are both adorable,
The
and
upper
that's all
left and
I'll
right.
say. Yeah.
Yes. I like the upper
Okay.
images. I tend to lean towards, I guess, just because of my upbringing and my personal preferences, a more Japanese style cuteness if I'm going to be doing that. Or honestly, probably the top left, which is more of like a vectored, clean style of cuteness. But we'll see how things come out when I draw live because sometimes it's a different story when I'm under the crunch and when we're all together like
Yeah.
this. But I really like the process. So to start, what I was thinking was we can do a quick exercise of taking probably 3 to 5 minutes per item and just draw out things. And the first grouping of items I was thinking about was fruit. Um, so we can just spend a few minutes on like each piece of fruit and draw it out in whichever way that comes natural to us. For this one, I kind of did a quick example already of something.
Okay.
This is a really quick sketch, so it was probably like in a minute or 2 minutes of this apple. And it's not giving necessarily the most cute we can get. So I really want to focus on pushing proportion here, pushing roundness, and pushing color if we can within the time constraints that we have. So I'm going to go ahead and stay with this first example of this little apple. And everybody can draw based on how they're most comfortable. If you're most comfortable laying down color and doing it that way, we can definitely do that. If you're more comfortable drawing kind of a line or sketch and pushing things using smudge tool or liquify tool or whatever, we'll explore those options. So I'm going to go ahead and start. What I really want to do is push the roundness. I feel like in cuteness, we find that the more round something is and the more proportion that it has towards that roundness is like kind of how we see cuteness. Similar to babies' faces, they're very round, they're not very angular, they don't usually have a lot of sharp points. So, and drawing something and making it super cute, emphasizing roundness is one way definitely to do that. Another way is to mess around with proportions. For instance, with this apple, I kind of want to mess around with the stem and the leaf going on. And I feel like making those things a little bit smaller will just emphasize how big this round shape is.
Mm,
And I also want to play with where I put the stem. So I'm going to put it a little bit lower instead of higher, and I feel like that'll give it some cuteness. I'm trying to think if I want the stem to attach here or to come out of here. And we can definitely change things up a bit. It doesn't have to be a realistic interpretation at all. If you really wanted to simplify it, you absolutely can. Kind of want to play with how the stem is and how the leaf is. I think making those things smaller will emphasize kind of the cute, round nature of this apple and make it less of like a study and more of a conglomerate of shapes that inspires a reaction. Yeah, this leaf is kind of cute to me, so I'm just gonna keep that. Trying to stay round and not sharpen things up too much. Which is kind of difficult for me because I use a combination of roundness and sharp edges. But the more round I can get it, the more cute it can be. And the easiest way sometimes to make things cute is to do a little face.
I fully went that direction. Hi, Gustav. With the simplest face. I was like, listen, this apple is feeling sweet and cute. And so here's a sweet and cute face.
Like literally just adding that like up to the cuteness. I'm gonna challenge myself by not just throwing a little cute face on it and seeing if I can channel cuteness without just putting a face and anthropomizing it in that way
Mhm.
and kind of get the cuteness going by emphasizing these proportions. But
Okay.
I went with the face, I confess.
it's nothing wrong with that. Like that's kind of the point. And if we go back to examples, we can see that a lot of the examples I provided are not of static objects that don't have a face or anything. Most of it is animals and people, um, because big eyes are kind of a huge part of conveying a sort of cuteness. But a way that I can play with things is like this glare here. I can make it really kind of exaggerated and then also choose to make this glare a different shape than just following the form of this circle, right? So almost like the bigger I make this glare, it's like pushing the object away from reality and making it a bit more cartoony. And if I were to do something like a little heart instead of this just circular kind of shape. And something like this will done great in color too. I feel like sometimes it's not necessarily difficult to have cuteness with just lines, but I feel like laying down color and blotches of color can really help because a lot of cuteness is about the color and the color palette that you also choose. So before I move on to the next one, just gonna lay down some quick color and see. I want to keep it more light and pastel, but also have it be
Sorry.
accepted as a red. What's up?
Gustav was asking for the theme, and Mili just rolled through with cuteness, and then I said everything cute, and he said, "Oh no, I might struggle. I might struggle."
It's okay, Gustav. Like you got this. Like you definitely got this. And it's interesting, right? Because to me, I kind of automatically make things cute when I'm doodling or just doing certain things. But for other people, cuteness is hard because their style is more edgy or I don't know. So we all have our preferences in drawing, right? So for some people, they might think that making something cute is just kind of cheating because it's really easy, but honestly, sometimes it's not. We all have our preferences, and sometimes for some people, making things cute is difficult. But for me, it's really about playing around and tapping into really my childhood and yeah, okay, that's getting kind of cute. That's getting cute there. All right, I'm not going to spend much too longer on this. Yeah, but staying higher in saturation, avoiding anything tinged to green, in my opinion. So going for more warmer colors, more saturated, softer pastels definitely helps. It's probably going to clash a lot against that red. Still have the transparency lock on.
I was like, "What's
Yeah.
happening?"
Yeah. Probably darken up that stem a bit, but a little bit towards red. Yep. And there's more I can do, but I think that's like that's pretty cute. She's cute.
Yes.
Um, and it's totally fine and okay to adjust so we're not having a direct reflection of the reference that we're looking at. Like I didn't have the leaf curl around there because to me this shape was, even though it could be turned cute, the angularity of it to me was not giving the cute that I wanted it to give, but just basically converting this leaf into a round oblong shape did what it was supposed to do. Is it following physics? I don't know. But our eye recognizes that it's an apple immediately. And pushing some of these round features and changing the proportions around a little bit helps with that. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. A little lemon. I think I'm gonna try to just do the slice. I'm gonna open up this area and make it like ridiculously round and circular. And like this little middle piece, you can make that a star or a heart. Just something a little different, almost similar to how we were talking about in the surreal workshop that we did last month. Sometimes pushing what's not there is where the fun's at. If I do a star, I'm going to try to make sure not to have the corners be too sharp, round them out. Kind of try and follow where these points of the star lie, but also just gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, I fully just let go and was just like, listen,
Yeah.
there's some little white sections and some yellow sections, and that's good enough.
Yes. I guess and that's the fun aspect of doing stuff like this is that the mind's pretty much gonna know it's a lemon. It doesn't take much. Just even just the yellow circular nature of it is gonna be enough. Uh, so you can really push the fun, imaginative aspect of it and not get too worked up and getting everything proportionally correct. Um, but yeah, trying to round that out a lot. I think the little webs that they make on the edges are really cute and it gives more roundness to it. So that's another thing that can be done.
Hmm.
Yeah, my tablet right now. All right, color this in really quickly. Won't take long. And then go for a yellow for me that has a little bit less green, is more warm. And you could still be cool and it could still be cute. Just for me personally, I'm gonna go for something a little bit warmer so it's less stark. And I might have to do a little bit of coolness because usually lemon is a cool yellow instead of a warm canary yellow. Just trying to definitely go more primary instead of anything else. Just get all that in there. And then the white. It's cute. Portion's a little off, but I think it's on its way there. Definitely like the apple better. It's getting there. All right, I think I'm going to move on. Let's try. Interestingly enough, I know this is an AI generated image.
Oh,
But I got this image just from a search of fruit on white background,
mhm.
and they brought up this one, and I was like, oh, this is AI generated. Okay.
This is on Google?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah. Thankfully, there was like a disclaimer that mentioned that it was artificially
Okay.
generated.
I just
So,
like that someone was just out here just like, "I don't know, what should I make that's AI generated?" It's like watermelon.
watermelon. Why not? Yeah.
That's so wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely the seeds are looking a little weird.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could be a new game show. Guess what's AI generated?
Yeah. I think about that all the time ever since pretty much Laetro posted that exact game. I've been thinking about that all the time. Like, can I
Yes,
actually tell?
we do that. Spot the hallucination.
Hmm.
So
And
much
there's
more.
less and less hallucinations these days, which is kind of
Yeah.
terrifying.
I think certainly. I also think a lot of people are much more like uh, elevating the fact that it's generated using AI and then Dolly being quiet about the fact that they spent 10 minutes to an hour doing things to it in Photoshop or like
Yeah.
whatever, like, taking out all of the AI hallucinations. So,
Not really much to changing the shape or doing anything. I think letting the color speak will be best here.
hmm,
And watermelon, it represents a lot of things. It actually has a very political statement right now, but I think watermelon is one of those things that is looked at as cute inherently. It's just a motif that I see on a lot of cute apparel, clothing, paper materials, and things like that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the colors, the kind of mint green of the rind and this kind of salmon insides. I think it's just easy for it to look really cute naturally. This is looking kind of like those erasers that I used in elementary school and middle school that were shaped like fruit. Very cute. Really without like doing too much too. It's already kind of like this adorable kind of feel.
yeah. I all of a sudden was just thinking, like, it is interesting to see like fruit on so many things. I've recently instated a rule for myself when I buy anything, and I'm like, Bianca, no more florals. No more florals. And it's like so many things created for women have flowers on them.
Yes.
And I found it like kind of challenging to like get anything. It's like there's a flower on it somewhere. But I'm also, so it's making me think about fruit because I do get really excited sometimes when I see something, it'll be like bananas and apples and kiwi. And like that's the pattern on like a button down or something. And
Yes.
so I do wonder if part of it is just like it's something that maybe more easily is like recalling your other senses, like you see it and they're like interesting colors, but you might immediately think like, oh, like that sounds so good, like I'd love to like have like an apple right now or slice of lemon with this tea or some watermelon, that it's like calling another sense to be like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting, I know during times where what I want to think of the like correct or most easy to understand way of phrasing this, but when there's like economic downturns that are like huge and affecting so many people, things that seem kind of standard suddenly can become like a symbol of uh having more. So like a party where instead of like, like really sparkly decorations everywhere, it'll just be like all of the tables just have fruit on them and it's like they're clearly not to be eaten, like they're like designed in such a way to just look at, and it's like you just bought fruit to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's like a signifier of like how much money someone has or
Yeah.
interesting.
Very interesting points. I think that summer fruit, like watermelon, it just harkens back to having freedom during the summers. And I think that's something that children understand or embody a little bit more than adults.
Mm,
Unless you're a teacher or something and you have like your summers off, but even then you have
yeah,
your summers off because you're doing a job tailored to
yeah.
children or young adults.
Yeah. Also, I
Um,
feel like a lot of teachers find themselves working during the summer. It's
Oh
just something
yeah,
else.
absolutely. My
Yeah.
mom is the teacher, my dad's a teacher too, so the
Okay.
work never stops.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I feel like that's at least for me what this is. I'm making the seeds like really big. I feel like that'll
Mhm.
add to the cuteness factor instead of making them realistic and really small, and I'm exaggerating this teardrop. shape and making sure they all have kind of a glare or a glint on them because I feel like that glare or that glint aspect and emphasizing that and exaggerating that is a part of making things cute too.
Mm.
So
I'm
I'm just,
fully out here with my Crayola crayons.
aww, how fun.
Trying to like use my ring light to like actually see what the colors are. Uh, let me see.
It's a lot of colors. Is that 64?
It is 64.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And it's got the sharpener on the back.
Oh, those are so cool. Or at least I
Mhm.
used to think they were cool until they stopped working. And then I got really mad and pissed off. Like, why is it not working?
Oh, I've never noticed that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Just a quick flip to do the white glare in here and saturate that. All right, so I'm not gonna push this too much. I could do a few more seeds, especially here in these corners, but I think that's good enough. Let's see what the time is. 1:36. We can do maybe one more. Let's do cherry. I'm really interested in seeing shared examples in the different types of cuteness that'll be conveyed because cuteness isn't a one size fits all thing.
Mhm.
And everybody will have their different ways of how they draw cute things. So I'm really kind of excited to see, honestly, especially from Gustav, like what his idea of cute is. Cherries are another fruit, I think, that are overly represented, or maybe not overly, but just represented a lot in cute items and apparel and illustrations and motifs.
Yeah.
I want to lower this a bit. I want to make
Very
this,
wholesome. And then that just made me think very demure.
yeah, exactly. Keeping it demure, keeping it cute. I want to, in keeping with the demure theme, I want to de-emphasize the height of the stems. I think that's a good thing in illustrating cuteness too, is kind of emphasizing roundness, de-emphasizing height, because the more long and stretched out something is, the more it gives it kind of like a otherworldly or more of a realistic proportion. Um, so just making this stem even shorter and not lengthening it how it is in this reference. And kind of doing the same thing that I did with the leaves, making them more oblong, more round. And you don't want the leaves bigger than the cherry. Like to me, the cherry and its roundness wants to be emphasized, and we can really play up that cuteness by making the leaves round and smaller. So it stands out that these cherries are bulky and cute and round and big. Okay, so I'm just gonna add color. These are kind of dark cherries. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit and make them more heart-shaped even is like just adding to that cuteness too. Always pushing a heart or a star or the roundness, the childlike aspects of things. Even just as simple as this, I feel like it's pretty much understood that these are cherries. And so we get to kind of play around and not worry that we're not representing the cherry itself correctly. Like our mind already knows, just as simple as that, that this is what this is because we've seen it so many times. So we can relax and Just have fun with it and push it. And that's a struggle for me, so stuff like this is pretty fun so I can get out of my head. But yeah, let's do transparency lock. Let's do a really cute pink for these glares. And I'm going to make it really big as I can kind of get away with, just to emphasize that glow. Make it even more
Oh,
cute.
Erica shared some of her work in the
Oh,
chat.
she shared some in the chat. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna have a share after, but thanks,
Yeah.
Erica, for placing those in there. I'm really excited to see them.
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa. Think that's enough. Okay, so I think this is a good stopping point. We did about 4 of them, yeah. So this is good to stop and we can share if anybody else wants to share. And I definitely want to go over Erica's. These are so good. Okay. Should I share? Yeah. I don't know how to, I guess I'll download and then I'll just open it up in Photoshop.
Perfect.
This is cute. I really like your use of color in the reflected light, especially on this apple. I mean, reflected, yeah, your reflected light. Um, and that could be really cute too, because it's another way to introduce another hue and more of this kind of like pastel, fresh feel. So I really like these. They're really good. And they're really like impressionistic, almost close, more close to reality depictions. Um, but they're still containing this cute aspect, especially in how you emphasize the apple, how you simplified the watermelon slice just to have 3 seeds. So cute, like very cute. Um, the cherries, changing the leaf around and doing a heart shape. And even the shadow has the heart shape. Like that's absolutely cute. Absolutely cute. Really good job. I
Thank
really
you.
love this splash of reflected light. You're welcome. Anybody else want to share? Oh, I see some more in the chat. Let's see, how do I get back to
I
that?
love the faces on these, Millie.
I know. I just went with the faces,
Okay.
finding personalities in fruit.
Ah, so cute. Okay. I'm downloading these now.
Like the watermelon vacation.
Actually, I think I can open straight in. Yeah, I'll just open in preview. And then I'll share my entire screen instead of just Photoshop. Cool. So now we can go to preview. So cute. So cute. I love this relationship with the cherries. Like this one cherry just kind of flirting with the next one and they're connected. The cast shadow on this really cute cherry's face is really impressive, and I think it's giving a really nice depth to the whole thing. I love the looking up, the blushing, the smiling, super cute, perfect. I love the little faces, the face on the lemon.
Yeah, the whole lemon, it kind of looks like a Swarovski from like the 80s, the little like animals they used to make. It looks like almost
Yes,
exactly like its face with that nose.
so cute. And I love that it is giving almost like a little animal. like a creature, but it's a lemon. And I think that hybrid is really prevalent in cute illustrations. I like this face that you gave the leaf. I don't know why it's giving like yassified Grinch to me. Like, I don't know. It's really cute though. And I like that you tried something different here. And of course, these big eyes with the glare, that's absolutely cute. Um, really good job. Really good job, Millie. Those are
Thank
great.
you.
And I love this little watermelon, like the little closed eyes. It reminds me of Bimo from Adventure Time, which to me is one of the cutest, most adorable characters. And it's all just about this proportion. Even if this isn't a mouth, I'm seeing it as like a little mouth, like, ooh, it's just so adorable. And this proportion I feel like is really strong, the size of the eyes compared to this dot here, whether it's a seed, whether it's a nose, or whether it's a mouth, I just think that these kind of close proportions here in the eye size compared to the mouth size, or whatever this seed is, or a nose, if it's a nose, is perfect. It's like the perfect proportion of facial cuteness, which is close to kittens, babies, little animals and things like that. So very cute. And you did like a whole background too. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Very good job.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to share? Bianca, Gustav?
I'm gonna let Gustav go. They said, what did they say? Let me see. They said, I decided to just paint a cute idea. Let's see how it turns out so far. I will be needing your thoughts and prayers to pull it off. That was the last thing they said.
Oh,
So I don't
okay.
know. I guess in the
Okay.
interim, I could show. I would like to emphasize again, I am a writer by trade. I'm here drawing, not the best thing. So I'll just start. Okay, these are my apples. I started off
Oh,
real like intent, like I don't know, and then I was like, oh yeah, we're doing cuteness, and so then I was like, just a little simple face, and then just brace yourself for these eyes. They're so ridiculous. Then I did this. Okay, and then here's some of my fruits, which were just like, let me just do this with crayons. So yeah,
I
this is what
like
I have.
that.
Thank you.
I love the transition from the first one where you were kind of doing some cross hatching.
Yeah,
It did feel intense and it felt a little bit more edgy. And you were like, let me
not
slow
cute.
up. Let me slow up and let me simplify it a little bit. And the cuteness factor was like night and day between those two. So yeah,
Well,
that was good.
thank
That was
you.
good. And sometimes it takes time, even for me, who kind of mostly does like cute illustrations. If I'm not doing kind of like digital portraiture for people or graphic design, I am doing cute illustrations. But it's still hard for me to even step back and release. I have a lot of tension when it comes to drawing sometimes and with art. And I think the best cuteness is really when you let go a little bit. So the main kind of assignment or draw along that I wanted to do was holiday items. So I don't know if y'all are tired of the holidays. I don't have any cheer right now. I'm feeling like a big Grinch. But I think that kind of following along with a theme helps with cuteness sometimes. And I think that it's the way that cuteness is presented. If you go to Sanrio or certain types of shops and you look at the different merchandise they have, usually it's grouped by some sort of theme, whether it's a character theme or it's a theme like a beach day or like fruit, like how we did, or animals, or something cute like holidays. And if we like any of these sketches, we could develop them further, and who knows, you know? So with this, you don't necessarily have to sketch out an item if you want to. You can do a person that has these themes. So you can do a cute kind of chibi, which is like a small character with a bow wrapped around their head like they're a present, or ornamented like a tree. You don't necessarily have to just draw the object. You can draw a person or a character or even a creature or an animal that kind of embodies the object, like a hybrid. So if someone feels like drawing a cat that has stripes like a candy cane, That's cute. You could absolutely do that in this segment. Um, we have about 30 minutes left. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing based on this like reference board of holiday images. And I invite you all to do the same. Wish we had music for this part, but
I'm sorry, I just don't want it to. I know YouTube later will be like, why'd you?
yes. But
Why?
if everyone has separate headphones or
Yeah.
earbuds, feel free to put on some music. I'll probably talk as I draw.
Or you can
Um,
sing the Christmas carols.
y'all don't want to hear my
Dude,
singing. I honestly,
YouTube would still catch that and be like, Jingle Bells is copyrighted.
that's funny. YouTube is such a, I'm not even going to go on my YouTube rant right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of what I want to draw. I think I do want to do like a chibi or a kind of face. I like to draw characters and things like that. So I think I'm going to start with a head, nice and big and round. Um, I think maybe I just want to do like a little Christmas girl. Um, I might do, ooh, okay, I have an idea. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Christmas girl and give her kind of like an Afro puffs, and put ornaments in the Afro puffs. So there's like the part, it's gonna be like a little zigzag part. I want the puffs to be pretty big, but not bigger than the face, of course. It's kind of reminding me of like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse here. So the main facial area will be in here. The ears nice and small, because that'll just emphasize how big the head is. And I want to really think to like how Millie did those proportions earlier. That was really good. Um, so the eyes will be pretty big. And you know what's interesting? Cute eyes can be really big, but honestly, small eyes can be really cute, excuse me. So usually we think of big eyes as the only way we can show cuteness, but sometimes really tiny eyes can be really cute as well. Like, just look how cute that is. Um, but I think I want to go big eyes here. I'm just sussing out where the ends of the eyes will be. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good proportion. And like that watermelon, it's like the nose or the mouth or whatever that is going to be in this little space here. So not much space of face. And I'm just kind of marking that. That's probably going to be the mouth. I don't know what the expression is yet, but I'm going to keep this kind of triangular, really tight proportions moving forward. Iris really big too. So if I'm going for Christmas, I feel like candy cane earrings would be really cute. So it's like they're kind of sticking out of the ears. Maybe I should make that side go the other way. Yeah, let's do it the other way. So it's poking out of the ear hole this way. And that's the curve of the candy cane. And then the other side is like that. Trying to see what else I can add. Probably some ornaments. We can do tinsel going around these Afro puffs. I think I just want to block in some color. And I could choose kind of like a realistic skin tone, or I can go with making her green. For now, I think I'll just try green.
Okay, Elphaba.
Yeah. It is kind of giving an alpha vibe, huh? I still haven't seen that.
Okay, I just saw it last night.
Was it good?
It
Yes.
was good.
It was good.
Louis was like, "Yep."
Okay. I love that. And I love musicals, so I'm not a type of person that's like, oh God. But I know some people can be like, ugh, when it comes to musicals. But I really like musicals, so I think I'm gonna like it. I think Cynthia, obviously we know Ariana Grande can sing, but Cynthia, her skill is just like, wow.
Yeah, they both can sing, just like,
Hmm.
whoa. I was only disappointed I bought the Screen X tickets, and for some reason Screen X did not work. I'm like, no.
What's Screen X?
That's when they do the 180 view. You
Oh,
feel like you're in the movie.
oh,
Uh,
cool.
I like it more than 3D.
Oh,
And
interesting.
then when
So
they
it's
do,
almost like VR where you can kind of like turn and like see
because
another.
you have like the peripheral view, so like all of the like on the sides, it also lights up as a screen.
Oh,
They do
nice.
like big scenes. It goes like it's like that, but then when they do intimate talking scenes, they switch it to like just the front screen, so you don't have the like expansive view. But when you're like flying through things or moving through cities, it just looks amazing in Screen X because you're like
Nice.
you feel like you're in a mothership and you're kind of like flying with them.
That's pretty cool. I've never heard of that before. It's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
great.
That
I
sucks
watched.
it didn't work though.
I know. So I watched what was it, James Bond? And it was really fun when they were doing those chase scenes like in Italy and stuff, like
Nice.
flying through Italy.
Very cool. I have to check that out.
It's fun.
So big glare, big glare. She's kind of edgy, but she's still cute. I think the big glare is helping. I also like a little bit of glare on the lip too, like a little bit like lip gloss. That's cute too.
Gustav is asking if cats are cute. I would say it depends on the cat.
It depends on the cat because there are some handsome. I saw the most handsome cat I've ever seen the other day. He looked like a distinguished gentleman. I was like, wow, I've never seen a cat this beautiful and like handsome and masculine at the same time.
This cat
But
said, "I am majestic."
yes, yes. But cats absolutely can be cute. I think that sometimes they're associated with femininity, just like the feline and that whole thing. So cats absolutely can be cute. I think my cat is the cutest thing in the world, and she manipulates me for that very reason.
Oh my God.
All right, just adding a little bit of blush because I think blush is cute. Okay, let's get started on this hair. So I really like this zigzag part. I think that's super cute. I'm gonna drive her hairline up a little bit more so there's even more forehead space. I was talking all that mess about angular things and all that kind of stuff, but for me, I like to combine kind of like angular shapes with really round, soft ones. So I'm always gonna have a cuteness that's probably a little bit more on the edgy side. Let's just take that down. Take that down to that ear. Yeah, there you go. Big foreheads are cute sometimes. Sometimes they could look a little sinister, like an evil scientist type of thing. But I think for the most part,
Big foreheads are cute all the time. This is my opinion, and I'm stating it now.
I always wish I had a big forehead. I kind of have a small. It looks big now, but
Listen,
it's
Rihanna, okay?
yeah.
Yes.
Rihanna, Tyra, all of that. So I don't know what I could emphasize texture here, or I could leave these Afro puffs just really round. I don't know exactly what I want to do. I think I want to emphasize texture a little bit. So I'm gonna just go in, round out, because that can be kind of cute sometimes seeing the fluffiness of like Afro textured hair. And I think the bigger the shapes that I do, the more kind of cute it is. Okay.
Can I show mine, even though it's not done?
Sure, work in progress. Okay, wait. Let me see. Hold on, I need to switch. Oh,
Ooh.
I tried to give her some freckles and also some acne. And she has purple hair and kind of like, I don't know, I tried to use like a darker pink outline or something to like emphasize instead of just gray. But anyway, that's her. But I'm
Very
gonna give
cute.
her green lipstick. That's how I'm gonna thank you.
Were you saying something, Millie? Did I cut you off?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't cut you off.
I gave her green lipstick.
I wanted to mention there's a really popular creator on TikTok who draws really beautiful marker drawings, and they're kind of Japanese anime style, but all the characters, she gives them skin, either a deformity or I don't want to say deformity, skin condition. Um,
Like a visibly different.
Yes. So whether it's eczema or acne or bumps, or scarring, and
Mhm.
people are always like, "You ruined it," because she draws these beautiful women in this gorgeous style, and then at the end
Yeah.
adds, and I guess
Conventionally attractive contrasted with visible difference. And she said,
absolutely,
"Live with it.
yeah.
This is the
That's what.
way we all are in the real world. Live with
Yes,
it.
yes.
Embrace." What's her name?
I actually don't know her handle. I'll send
Okay.
it to you though after. All right, let me try and get this candy cane colors in here so I know exactly what this is because I'm gonna look at this later and be like, what was that? Just gonna do some indications of these stripes. Kind of like how people have gauges, but instead of like gauges, it's gonna be this candy cane stick. And that's me always trying to bring my alternative style into kind of the illustrations I do. And even when they're cute, it's still like a bit of edginess or something. I don't know. Um, let's start putting ornaments and stuff on here. So I'm just gonna just indicate where I want like a red ornament hanging. Maybe do, trying to think another color. I don't know if I want to do gold. Maybe like a silver or something. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a silver. It's more like mauve.
I am now on Google looking at all of the candy cane gauges. This is a wonderful idea.
Oh, wait, they actually have them? Well, I
Yes,
shouldn't be surprised they
I
actually have them.
know.
It's actually kind of cool. I like never thought of that. There's like probably a whole market.
Dude, there's like tons. Like it's like, yeah. Also, I'm realizing that depending on someone's like their own gauge, they could just put like actual candy canes, like just show up and be the
Right.
coolest aunt or uncle. Like you brought me candy canes.
I'm gonna do a little ribbon here. Like that's kind of on her neck, underneath her chin. It's indicated a little bit there. She doesn't really have a neck, but a little indication will be cute.
Aspirational cuteness, implied neck.
Yes.
Listen, we don't need the whole picture.
Exactly. It's implied. The neck is implied. Everything's implied. I'm trying to see what else from this
He's so
list.
cute. I love this.
Yeah,
Now I'm really I wanna see this character story. Just a
right.
fun, like, day in the life.
Day in the life of the cute green girl who has afro hair that's like a tree. Like, what of her motivations? Like, I don't know. Spread Christmas cheer, or is she more like mischievous? I don't know. But another cute factor, some lashes, some eyelashes,
I
big
feel like
lashes.
she's ambitious and her face she's an ambitious person and her face right now is like she can tell someone's looking at her like and she's just like, "Mhm."
Yeah, it is kind of giving that. It's giving like, I know. I know. I'm not even looking
Come
directly
say
at the
hi to me.
viewer.
Come say hi to me. That's what she's like, exactly.
hmm Very cute. All right. Just gonna add a little bit of shine to her cheek. Just a little bit.
Mm.
And going with white. Cute. I'm trying to think if I can incorporate any of these items. I have the ornaments, the candy canes, the bow, the tree aspect in her hair. Maybe some tinsel. Maybe we can do some like reddish, pinkish, kind of back to this watermelon color right here. Tinsel going around her hair. It's kind of like big sweeps, emphasizing this like round shape. Just trying to get between there. It's cute. Tinsel. Let's even play up her eyes a little bit more. A little bit closer. Yeah, that's good. Very cute.
Oh my god, I like how the like little flashes in her eyes are heart.
Yes. Yes. It's like little details like that that just push the cuteness even more. And like a green person, I don't think it's something that's considered cute. Honestly, I think it's something that pops up in horror motifs a lot. Like the creature
Mhm,
from the lagoon is like this green slimy thing. And besides the Grinch, you know what I mean? Even the Grinch is kind of looked at as like a feared character and an ostracized
mhm,
character before.
mhm.
So even with something like making a character green, which could be seen as like alternative, you can push it and still make it cute by exaggerating proportions, adding in more glare, more lighting, making things soft, um, and just really pushing the proportions and whether or not they're going to be exaggerated or pushed back. Like her ears are just indications and they're so small compared to how big her head is, but making the ears smaller is kind of really just emphasizing how big and round the face
Mhm.
shape is. So it's knowing what to make smaller, what to make bigger, what to make rounder. Trying to think of anything else I could add. I guess I could do like a poinsettia or something too.
Really love those.
The flowers,
Yeah.
poinsettias? Yeah, me too. I don't
Well,
know if I'm saying it right.
I don't know either.
I just wanted to say that Erica's added something really cute to the chat.
Oh, nice. Look. There you go. Ah, okay. Let me stop shrieking and open it. So
Stuff.
cute. Erica, I love your style.
Thank you.
This is really cute. Yeah, this is adorable. And to me, this is similar to the traditional cartoon example I showed at the beginning. This reminds me of like a lot of caricature art and illustration that I seen a lot growing up that had prevalence in the 90s and early 2000s, of this really exaggerated cartoon style, with pretty saturated colors, a lot of prime colors, a lot of red, blues, and a few second yellow and a secondary green. That to me brings it back to childhood. I feel like those colors together, red, green, blue, yellow, together really remind me of like crayons or like being in school and seeing blocks. So I think even without trying to, these things call out to our inner child and our childhoods. Um, Very nice. Very nice. I like the snowflake earrings. That's a really good detailed touch. And you made his ears pretty big and his nose pretty big, but he still has adorable proportions. And I think maybe it's in the eyes and the head size and then the body size together because the body is probably like what 2.5 heads tall. And I think that's just adorable. And very far from reality unless you're looking at a child or a toddler or something like that. So really good job and it's really cute.
Thank you.
Welcome. We got about 10 minutes left.
I
I'm just
can. Oh, sorry.
no, what's up?
I can show you my candy cave.
Yes.
Let me see. Ooh.
Aww. Yeah, it's something about these eyes. It's something about when the eyes are closed and it's like, it's just this cute, like content, like smile. And I love the hat you put on the candy cane. Pretty good. Like
Thank
the
you.
proportions too. And I like how the eyes are coming off the body.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. It's like we don't have to adhere to physical reality and make the eyes situated on that skinny cane. Like, let's
Yeah.
extend it out. And I really like that you did that. That adds to cuteness. It also reminds me of my youth too, like the I don't know the name of the character, but from Microsoft Word, like the clip, the paper clip.
Clippy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clippy. Yeah, how the eyes are kind of like extended outward because it's such a thin, skinny shape.
Clippy's cousin.
Yes. Clippy's
I
cousin
don't
Candy.
know. I'm
I
like,
used to love that Clippy thing.
Yeah. Right. So for like the last 10 minutes, I'm just gonna add like a few details. I was gonna do the poinsettia, but I don't know if 10 minutes is enough to get that to a state where I want it. So if I'm thinking about pushing cuteness, we can kind of push the corners of the eyes a little bit. Uh, kind of making it even bigger. So where they're ending is like far out here. So kind of exaggerating that big shape even more and giving a little bit of depth to the corners of the eyes. Adding some lashes at the bottom. Ooh, that was harsh. Some lashes at the bottom is really cute too. Indication of like that plane. Uh, Expanding the eyes out even more. Yeah, that's adorable. Just a little bit more lashes. Yeah, up there. We could do tiny little eyebrows, and I think that that gets really cute because once again, it's like comparison, right? The eyes are so big compared to the eyebrows, and it doesn't even really make sense. But it gives a little bit more of an expression too. Like our eyebrows are up a little bit, like, you know.
Hmm. I just want to include that Gustav just messaged. Just want to say that you guys agreed that cats are cute. So any protests about my sketch will not hold up in a court of law.
Okay, let me go to the chat.
They haven't posted it yet, which is
Oh, Gustav hasn't posted yet. Okay.
they
Okay.
just said that comment and then leave us with nothing. Gustav, we're ready.
Yes, we're ready. It's like I'm anticipating.
Lots of teasing.
Right.
Oh, okay. They said soon.
Nice.
Also, Google says you're saying poinsettia, right? So
Oh, look at me. That's exciting because I usually say things wrong. I will mispronounce the heck out of something until someone's like, don't you mean? And I'm like, ah, I'm like super
see,
embarrassed.
but then I'll say though, if someone says, "Don't you mean?" it means that even though you misstated it, they did understand what you mean. Because if they feel confident enough to correct you, you communicated effectively enough, and that is, I feel, the language we're trying to communicate ideas to each other, and so you did. So
Nice.
bam.
Look at that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more like piercings just because I like that type of stuff.
I feel like this could totally be uh, like on the cover of a journal, or like when you have a calendar, like a yearly calendar, and you get to like October, November, December, and you start like having little characters for like the multiple holidays in each month. It's like this could be one of them.
That's a great idea. Don't say that because now I'm gonna run off and try to make a calendar.
Do it. Commit. Listen, this is a great time. December, just whip something up real quick and you can sell it to people in January.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen.
I always try to do that. I'm like, man, make a Christmas wrapping paper or do this and being a person
Sorry.
of color, there's like sometimes a lack in like finding certain holiday things that fit. And if they do fit, it's like a certain style and maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't incorporate certain stylistic things that like niche people inside of a community um would like. So there are people who encourage me, like, oh, why don't you make wrapping paper? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this for
You should
kids and stuff?
absolutely do that. I think it would
Okay.
just be interesting to see how it goes. Like, yeah. I was gonna say, I met up with Sue King the other day, and I was
Nice.
talking with her about how I went to a few markets this past weekend, and one of them, someone did have a calendar, and I was like, "Oh, that's cute." And like I've seen, especially around this time, people are like selling lots of calendars, and so like I'd seen it, but I was telling her about it, and she was like, "Oh, that's such a good idea." And I hadn't thought about it this way, but it's like then, they hang it up and now like every month of the year they're thinking of you. Like they like remember
Yes.
you. And I was like, I hadn't thought about like the like advertising element of just like look at what's always in your kitchen, above your desk in your office. This calendar.
That's so smart. And then it's like they're gonna want to replace it and
Yeah. And
probably
they
get
might
the
think,
one for
"Oh,
next year.
yeah. So and
Yeah,
so made such a great calendar. I'm going to go to them and see if they're selling one."
exactly.
Gustav shared a file in the meeting. Oh, it's still loading. Gustav Gustav said it's April 1st, 2025. This picture is I can see the cat's eyes. This is what's happening right now. I can see the
Okay, so
cat's
I'm
eyes.
loading. I'm loading. Let's see if I can open it.
Oh my god. You
Okay,
need
I'm gonna
to
share
share
my,
this. Okay.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen.
This cat said The Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is like cute if we were all in Silent Hill. Like if we were in Silent Hill, this would be like, yeah, this is a kitty that I'm seeing in Silent Hill. This is a kitty I'm seeing in Raccoon City. Um, I love
This is
this.
a cat in the middle of the night not having the middle of the night zoomies.
Yes. Plotting. Literally plotting on how they're gonna destroy something or what they're gonna backflip off next. It's so cute. Even in its darkness, I'm still like I find it cute because I like horror aspects. So it's like how Bianca, you went immediately into like, what is this cat doing? This cat is plotting. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I'm seeing as well there's a gift underneath the chair that the cat is sitting on, and maybe the cat's about to like
Yeah, it's giving I'm luring you into a trap, and here's a pretty present. And don't you want to touch it? Don't you want to come closer?
It's like I'm not going to completely mess up your wrapping paper job until you get close enough to me to be really disappointed. Okay.
All right, we're almost
Oh,
right on the dot.
Gustav shared it again, but like really close up.
Oh, that's really good. Just good in just terms of illustration. I like the glow that you have in the cat's eyes. And I like these pointed ears. The handsome cat I mentioned had pointed ears like this. Um, but yeah, just in terms of the textures and the colors and the palette that you have going on, I really like it. Is it giving me cute fuzzy feels? No, but it's giving me fears, and I like that. Gustav, you're funny. I
I think that
created.
cat might come back at night tonight when I'm sleeping. I look up at the chair. It's like, oh, cat.
Right, you can't have the light without the dark. I absolutely agree with that. I see Erica said something at 229. I created a stuffed panda character a while back with a machete and stuffing hanging out of it.
Oh.
That sounds cool. That sounds like something I would draw when I was like 17. I really liked pandas and drawing pandas. I think I actually have like a drawing of a panda somewhere, but it wasn't a machete, it was like a machine gun or like something crazy.
Oh my god.
I would actually
This
like to see
panda
that.
aren't pandas like now I gotta go to Wikipedia.
Here it is.
Are they like endangered a little bit?
I
God,
think so. I don't
am I
know if they still
wrong?
are, but they
Maybe they're
definitely
not.
were.
Okay.
Well, they just had them like a few years ago in the Toronto Zoo. So I went and, of course, I went as much as I could. And they basically, they don't really move. Unlike other animals, they don't really look for food. So if like the food disappears where they're sitting, they're going to starve. So it's like this really funny animal that just like depends on its cuteness for survival.
They're always
Yes.
lounging
Everybody will take care of me.
in the
Yes.
salon.
Taking responsibility for myself at all.
I honestly feel like these last two examples are showing taking something that's cute and kind of flipping that. So it's interesting that Gustav's illustration is like you consider these cats, you know, furry and cute and all of this, and it's kind of pulling the suspense. And then you have pandas, which are like super cute and furry and fuzzy and adorable, and like making them like violent. I like the flip. I like that flip.
Cool.
The contrast.
Yes.
All about the contrast.
Yes, it really is. Thank you for sharing, Erica and Gustav. I really appreciate it. And we're time. I mean, we're overtime
Yes.
at 2:32.
Dija,
Thank
thank you for hosting today. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Thank you for hosting. Please go
No
on.
problem. No problem. No problem. Thank you everybody for coming. I feel like this was really fun.
Yay.
Thank you.
Millie, I love that. Aw.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, wait. We have to share this.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
share. How you gonna drop that in like at the
Millie.
very last minute? Like,
Millie, come on.
Well, I do cute for a living. That's my thing.
Adorable. I love this. I love the little mouse with his big round ears. So cute.
Yeah. Well, maybe now I got started on my New Year's card or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is great. I love the poinsettia as a skirt too. That's really creative. The candy cane fabric on the legs. I
I
love the
was
big fairy godmother hair too.
The candy
thinking
cane
cotton
wand.
candy, but
Oh,
for
I'm
the
sorry.
I was thinking cotton candy for the hair.
Oh, cotton candy. Cool. I didn't get that initially, but I can completely see that now.
Yeah. It's an
Super
idea.
cute. Super cute.
Yay,
Yeah.
this was good. I like this one. This was fun.
Yes, this was fun. I enjoyed it too. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.